Good afternoon, carnivores. This is Jackie with Jackie's Crazy Carnore Corner. My life is a mess. I look a mess. I was crying 2 hours ago, but that's okay. I am right now cooking because it's cold in the house, and I'm not really hungry, but I eat at 9, and I'm gonna eat something. I know the family is having chicken breast and mashed potatoes. And I'm like, I'm just going to eat a little early. It's all good. I have been 2 weeks clean. My version. I am a bit of a dirty carnivore. I'm a dirty girl. I'm okay with that. The last, 3 days? Thursday and Friday were rough. Very rough. Mentally unhinged would be the words for it. Should not have been out loud out in public. I don't know, either I'm just kind of questioning if I'm getting to that age where I refuse to tolerate bullshit. That would be it. I just refuse. Thursday I got off work, no problem. Everything went fine Thursday. Got off work. We were supposed to meet some friends to play cards. As soon as I left work, my husband texted me right away before I left, and he said, "Hey, Dad's coming to the card party tonight." I say his dad's his second wife. His dad sees him more than I do. If he has to go to town to run errands, his dad is going to go with him. And you know the thing about a mama's boy? Well, this one's a daddy's boy, and it's just as bad. It can be. I'm going to turn my food, flip my food here, keep my phone in place. So anyway, I was automatically, mad. "You invited your dad for our night out?" He's like, no, I didn't invite him. Somebody else did. So I left work. Uncontrollable bawling at that point. Don't ask me why. I shouldn't have been bawling. Just uncontrollable, crazy lady bawling going on. Stopped at the Dollar General to pick up the snacks that he wanted me to bring to this little event. I just grabbed him pretzels. And I got myself a couple Monsters. The sugar-free Monsters. I'm not afraid to have one on occasion. Or a diet A&W. Neither one of them bothers my blood sugar. Neither one of them causes cravings if you get the right kind. The green kind does not, of the Monsters, it's a lighter green, does not bother me. The white ones, they leave a sugary taste in my mouth after. So anyway, and I used to love the white ones, but I've gone to the green ones. If I'm going to drink it, we're going to get one that doesn't bother me. So anyway, we got my stuff at the store. And let me tell you, I did have a few knee-jerk moments of screw it all, I'm eating what I want. I didn't. At some point, I recognized the fact that I'm probably PMSing. I am perimenopause. My cycles fluctuate. My chest has been sore. Probably getting close. Or I'm just a bitch. Take your pick. I don't care. I will admit it. So, on the way home, I bawled. I nonstop bawled all the way to the interstate. Probably 15 miles. All the way to the interstate. And then I pulled up to the interstate, and I remember clearing up and thinking, wow, I want a ribeye. And then I'm mad because I can't have a ribeye. There's no ribeyes to be had. There are a few in the freezer, but I don't have time to thaw these suckers out. So anyway, I drive halfway home without crying from there. Another 10 miles. I get within 5 miles of home, and a deer tries to land on my car hood. I love my car. We're not going there, little deer. At that point, stress overtook me, and I cried on the way home again. So I went in the house and got cleaned up and changed and everything, and packed the cooler and made sure all his snacks and everything were in the truck. And he showed up and he's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, Oh my God. So we drove just the 3 miles to his buddy's house, and they're all sitting there playing cards, and I am just mad. I had to been. Nobody said a word to me for like 30 minutes. I just put my stuff in the fridge, sat down, had to hold back the tears because I wanted to cry more. And, sorry, I'm looking at my food. Finally, at one point, his friend Ben, who is not afraid of me and my moods, Ben asked me if I wanted to eat. I'm like, no, I'm good. Well, somebody else, the guy's whose house it was, he's like, oh, this chili is really good. I'm like, well, I'm sure it is, but I'm not hungry, thank you. And they kind of harassed me a little bit that I should eat. I'm like, no, I am good. And then Ben made a comment, oh, I bet she's on a diet. And I snapped back, well, you could use one. So everybody left me alone at that point. Ben didn't take it seriously. Yes, he could lose one. His wife is actually on a trim down. We're going to call it that. A trim down plan right now. And he is supporting her by not eating junk food around her or keeping it in the house, which is great. That's kind of how my husband supports me. So I did make it through the night. I just sat in the chair and I hand sewed. There was a recliner. It was a guy's shop attached to the garage kind of thing. And there was a recliner there. So I sat in the recliner while the guys played cards. And my husband chatted with me on and off, gave me some kisses. He couldn't ask for better considering the mood I was in. I contained myself. I didn't tell the whole world what I thought of him. But I have a hunch I had a serious resting bitch face when I walked in. Nobody mentioned it. My father-in-law was there. He's seen the good and the bad and the ugly of me. So, whatever. I'm a woman. Okay, shit happens. He was married once. I'm sure she was there too. And actually, she passed away. Trying to think. She was in her 50s. So not a lot older than I am. So he went through the mood swings too. So anyway, we get through that night. I think we got home about 10:30. Went to bed. They had to get up early. They went deer hunting. The guys did. They haven't seen much. Surprisingly, I see them all with my car. I should take the truck to work, right? Just tag one. So anyway, what did we do that day? Oh, we went to town that day. Oh, this is a story. Some people are going to think I'm a bitch. I don't care. I have gotten past people's shittiness, rudeness, just all of it. I don't care. You're lucky. I have enough manners to not smack you for the shit people do. All right. And keep in mind, normally I would ignore people's shit, but I'm not in the public state of mind. Okay. I'm going to tell you all this while my food's still cooking. We're going to get this out there. The world's going to bitch at me. My husband bitched at me. My son told me I could have handled it better. You know, I don't care. I don't care. She was in the wrong. She made herself out to be a victim. I don't care. Here's the deal. I have a 4-year-old terrier, Odin. Okay? Yes, he still has his nuts. At this point, the vet says leave it. He's fine. Best mannered dog ever. Does not roam. If he goes outside, he is almost always with somebody. Nearest dog is 2 miles away. Okay? Best male dog ever. You take him in public, you wouldn't even know he was a male dog. Maybe if somebody was in heat, it's possible. Never happened yet. But anyway, I would take care of the situation, and if I found another dog in heat, he would immediately go to the truck, okay? I would never put him in that position. So anyway, we go to Burlington. And Odin is on a leash. And he's an angel, as always. And we're running our errands. And we get to an auction house that on a Friday they're open for viewing. Love this auction. So, and the dogs are allowed in there without a problem. So I put Odin on his leash and we went in. Right away, a dog started carrying on, a small yapper. And I could tell the lady and their dog was up at the front desk at the glass case on the other side of the building. So we went around the opposite direction. I didn't really care if her dog yapped. We were just going to keep our distance. That's all I cared about. Just going to keep our distance. I don't care if her dog carried on. Dogs bark, right? Mine doesn't, but dogs bark. So anyway, right away, my dog noticed hers. But I gave him a good tug on the leash, and he turned around and went with me. No problem. We're at the far side of the building, probably 30 foot away, maybe farther. I don't know. It's because it's around all the tables. And she says, oh, we're going to see the doggy. And she let that damn little fat dog drag her towards us. And I don't know how far away they were. And I yelled, hey, keep the dog away. And she got defensive. Oh, I just wanted to see your doggy. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I did not call her names, but it was right there. And I told her, again, get your dog back. Of course, immediately she thinks my dog is horrible. Actually, he's the best dog in the world, but that's beside the point. So, I immediately, as soon as I say that, I turn around. And I'm starting back the other way to avoid her because she was coming my direction. I wanted to avoid. I do not believe in public putting dogs together like that. Shit could happen. And I've had dogs attack my dog. And thank goodness my dog does not like to fight. And so anyway, I just turned around and walked away. Yes, I was angry that she even thought it was okay to bring her dog over. But I just turned around and walked away. She hollered and apologized profusely. But I wasn't in a mood. I do not feel she truly cared. I do not feel an apology would actually mean anything because she will not change her behavior. Tomorrow, she will walk up on somebody with another dog without a care. And then, in my opinion, what she should have done is just walk away. Just turn around, be mad at me, I don't care, and walk away. That was my opinion, what she should have done. Since I refused her apology, and, let me be blunt, nobody has to accept anybody's apology. Nobody. Why? I'm an adult. I am 46 years old. I do not have to accept anybody's apology. If I intentionally hit my husband in the nose and said, oh, I'm so sorry, is he going to accept that? No. I do not have to accept her apology. It was not heartfelt. She deliberately put our dogs in danger. I do not feel I should have to accept that. So I just walked away. And yes, I was in a bitch mood, just in a flat out bad mood. My hormones are raging. I'm not great. So I walked away. And I got about halfway around all the tables, just walking the other direction. Odin is at my side, behaving. And she's yelling, asking why I won't accept her apology. She asked that twice. She yelled that I should accept her apology. And, she was just belligerent. And I said, I turned, looked her clear across the room. I says, you're older than I am. You know better than to take a dog to another dog. Strange dogs. And she's just, I apologize. You gotta accept my apology. And I just walked on. And she says, well, since you won't accept it, I am upset. I'm leaving. Great. You didn't have to leave. You did not have to leave. You could have just leave me alone and ignored me. There's an idea. But no, she was going to be a bitch. And on top of being a bitch, bigger bitch than me, in my opinion. I know, it doesn't matter. But worse than that, she turned it against me. She was playing the victim. She was not the victim. She was the one that started the problem. She was not the victim. The victim is my poor dog on the floor that should never have to go up against another dog that could be potentially aggressive. My dog is the victim. Yes, I kept him out of it because I am very aggressive about that. Unless I know you or I'm comfortable with your dog, they're not playing. My dog loves other dogs. Loves other dogs. He goes to my mom's and plays with her breeding dogs. My horseshoer has a pup. He plays with him. He plays with my father-in-law's dogs. He loves dogs that he's never met. Best dog in the world. With other dogs. I have had 2 dogs turn on him. One of them he had played with many times. But he got a new roommate. They got a second dog. So the male dog that he played with multiple times, when they got a second dog, the dogs tag teamed together and tried to attack him. So I'm very cautious of dogs. And you never know. Odin could suddenly go, nope, I'm just going to turn into a jerk one day and I'm not playing with any dogs. So anyway, I was reprimanded by several people that I should have accepted her apology. I should have handled it better. A friend's mother was there. A gal I was very close friends with the high school, so I know her mother well. She told her husband that lady left because I wouldn't accept her apology. And I was very blunt. I said it was a public apology. It was not heartfelt. She would not change her ways. And she should never have brought her dog up to mine without asking permission. And she says, well, okay. And then later on, the subject came up and my son informed me I could have handled it better. No, I don't feel I should have had to. Normally, I grin and bear people's crap. Normally I do. But this caught me at the wrong mood, and it became about my dog. She could have injured my dog or her dog. It's rude. I think people all over the world, everybody, should learn not to approach a strange dog. Do not pet a strange dog without permission. Do not introduce dogs without permission. But for some reason, people don't know this. I remember years and years ago, I had a terrier, and he was the sweetest thing in the world if he was on leash and I was holding him or he was running loose. But if he was tied up, he was very scared and he would growl. So I had to stop when I was pregnant. I was walking him one day and I needed to stop at this little grocery store. I had to go pee. So I took him around the side of the building and tied him up so he was out away from people. Well, he's never actually bit either, but he growled and was scary. I come back out and I overheard kids telling the cashier that this dog growled and snapped at them when they tried to pet him. I jumped the kids. You do not pet a stranger's dog. You know what that lady did? Your dog should not be out if it's mean. No, those brats should not be petting a stranger's dog, and their parents should teach them properly. So that is my bitch. That's how I became the bitch of the season. I need a hat. I need a big, pointy, black witchy hat. Can I have a broom? A nice one that fits my ass well, because I don't think it's shrunk much. So, I am 2 weeks in. My mood is all over. Yesterday, we had a family event. My oldest, his wife, and their 2 girls came over. My mom brought my nephew, who is mentally challenged, but not an idiot. And however you want to take that. Mom was very aggressive. She was very bitchy. She was snappy. And it's just like I got tired of hearing it. And finally I told her, we're at a family event. We need to tone it down. She's like, I'm just fine. And I spun around. No, you're not. And after that, I kind of dealt with the kid. And he listens just fine. But when you're snappy and fast with him, he doesn't. He ignored her. And there was 15 people in my living room. He did not want to sit there and eat soup. He wanted to watch everybody. A normal kid. The kid's probably 7 or 8. Younger kid's mind. But he's easily distracted. So I helped him get a glass of water and he kicked the rug. And he stalled out because, I got to fix that rug. So I stood there and I waited for him to fix that rug so slow. And then he had to do something else. And finally we got back to our seat. It's just slow. Some people don't have patience for him. I had the patience. I don't snap at the kid. He doesn't remember rules, or maybe people don't push rules upon him. I don't know. But that is an issue. I don't know how, because Mom's pretty good with her rules. She scares me. So, I think I got her toned down just a little bit because the bitch in her voice was awful. Maybe it was memories of my childhood. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. But either way, she needed it toned down. We were, in my house with a whole bunch of people in a very small room. It was obnoxious. Later on, I produced hot dogs. I told my son, my oldest, I'm like, I got hot dogs and cheese sticks for your girls because I know they're kind of, when they're in public, they're kind of picky eaters. At first that pissed him off. He's like, no, they can eat your soup. We all have to eat soup. No, we're not here. It's not about the food. Think of it as a potluck. You eat what you want, okay? I bought the girls hot dogs and cheese sticks. So their mom's like, yes, if it keeps everybody civil, hot dogs and cheese sticks is fine. One girl ate some soup. That both girls and the boy ate hot dogs. And the boy, my nephew, did not really care for the soup. And but he wolfed down 2 hot dogs. I know some people, especially the older people, would say, well, they should eat what the meal was. And in most situations, I would say yes. I grew up eating what's put in front of you. My children eat what's put in front of them. The youngest is 16, and they all know the rules. But now that my kids are older, they know what they like. But in this situation, there's lots of people, there's distractions. Plan for the kids. Make something you know the kids will like. Because let's face it, a low-carb soup is more for the adults. Okay? Think about the kids. Don't think about who's going to be boss today. Think about the kids and how to make today easier, because it's already stressful enough being around this many people in a small house. Okay? That is already... So, anyway, we got through that. We got through lunch. My daughter Josie helped him, my nephew, cut the hot dogs up. He helped. She would hold the fork in place and he would push down on it. He helped. And it was a little bit of work because he kept wanting to put 2 in his mouth at a time, and Mom would snap at him. And I'm like, here, just because some of them, doesn't go through the skin, so he would have 2. And I'm like, here, just rip this off. And she snapped at me. I'm like, no, we don't do this. He needs help. Tell me how to not argue with your adult parent when they need to be put in their place. I do not accept bad behavior, and I've accepted it for years. So on the occasion that parents have severe bad behavior, how does one handle that? Do I shove a chunk of meat in their mouth and tell them to shush it and get in a better mood? I feel like our parents become worse behavior as they get older. They just feel like they can say or do whatever the hell they want and screw the rest of the world. Which is kind of funny because I'm mad about people. I don't think I was, maybe society-wise, I was considered rude the other day with that lady with the dog, but I want to know, somebody tell me, am I honestly rude? Am I forced to accept an apology? Is it required? I know we teach our little kids this, but is it required? No. It's polite, but I say fuck polite. Okay? That's just what I say. I'm tired. I don't want to be mean and blunt to people. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be that kind of person. But if you're nasty to me, I'm going to be blunt back. So, that's the way that is. So, I made it 3 days in this mood. Hormones? Period hasn't started yet. It's due any time. Has not started yet, but I mean, hell, I could go to 36 days easy. But that's... I've had my electrolytes, so maybe just carb cravings. I really wasn't craving that much, except when I really got stressed. I have kept things keto this weekend. Like I said, I've eaten my creamy Southwestern soup twice. So, I mean, it's been pretty clean. But I've definitely been in a funk. Today I have been good. Today I have been great. Today, what did we do? We got up about 8:30, and of course my father-in-law called asking what him and my husband were going to do today. So my husband got a hair up his ass. and decided while his dad was at church, we were going to get some things done here. Oh, my daughter's here. So we took care of that stuff. Just put a fence post in, fixed some fences, just cleaned up the yard kind of stuff. Went great. I even got a picture of Josie climbing out from underneath a pine tree with the tractor hovering over her. It was awesome. She was totally safe. Awesome moment. Yeah, the picture was great. I got one where she's on her hands and knees. The next one, she's ducked down running. So, yeah, today has been pleasant. I mean, I did get upset when I asked my husband to take me fishing for an hour, and he quietly said he doesn't think he can. That's all he said. That's all he said. I know in his mind, he's always so busy, so busy. But he will take once a month a whole Friday and take his dad and his aunts and cousins fishing. But I asked for 1 hour of freaking fishing. 1 hour. I'm looking at my daughter because she saw me crying earlier. 1 hour of fishing, and he'll take all day off from everything to go fishing with him. Yeah, it bothers me. As I told her, all men are asses. Some are just least asses than others. And he's one of those that's not as bad as some others. Hey, Josie, it's okay because we're all kind of biatches. And some of us are less biatchy than others, okay? It's okay. It is truthful. And if a guy can't say, yeah, that's about right, he's not being truthful. Oh, look at that. Monsters for me.
And Dollar General, because Dollar General only had one.
Casey's and Dollar General.
Get one free.
And they were out.
No, Dollar General only had one.
Oh, okay. Casey's had the deal. Okay, okay.
And I had to get gas.
So I've been I'm a moderator in a couple groups, so I was kind of cleaning up the groups, and I just actually got some texts from the owners of the group complaining. Yeah. I was cleaning up old posts. Not the happy birthday posts, nothing like that, but the old posts that were like, Fall Fest was the 7th. Well, we're at the 22nd? Yeah, I deleted those. I went through and cleaned up the whole last month, almost 2 months of posts, and I just saw a text go through the top, and she's asking me not to do that. Why does she want me to be a moderator if she's not willing to let me do my job? Anyway, we'll deal with that in a little bit. We might just leave moderator duties because there's really no need for extra moderators, to be honest. So there's very few spams and whatnot, very few. So anyway, that is my day. I did make it through 2 weeks carnivore, ketovore, whatever you want to call it. My daughter has ice cream. I told her it was okay. And a sugary drink. I told her it was okay. Jesus, 2? That's a lot of sugar, child. Anyway, I told her she could have ice cream. Just make it a small container because I don't want to see it later.
I did ask.
You did. It's okay. Everybody eats candy in front of me. It is okay. I just don't want to see it in the house later. That's all. That's it. I don't want to stare at it at 10 o'clock tonight, or when I get up in the morning, open the fridge and go, boing, look at me. Yeah, I don't want that. So, you'd forget about it if you put it in the basement. So, yeah, 2 weeks clean, ketovore, something, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, dear. And everybody here quietly helps me. They try not to shove stuff in my face. They help me find what I need when I'm out and about. They're all pretty good about that. So yeah, they're quietly supporting me, which is fine. I don't want a big fuss made over me, which is great. So I'm going to turn the phone around here real quick, and I'm going to show you the meat I cooked up. Okay, so this was a chuck roast, a small, what I call a thin to me, 1.5 inch thick to maybe 2-inch chuck roast. And I fried it on all sides. What? Okay, and it is still mooing. Look at that. So I'm going to eat some now. So I won't eat anything else today. I'm going to eat some now, and then I'm going to package the rest up for another lunch or two at work. And then I have lots of these. What I did is we have a bulk food store. Oh, you and them candles. Stinky ass. I hate candles.
I bought it last
Anyway,
time.
I buy meat in the bulk food store, and we found these. So USDA choice. I think this looks like Hy-Vee packaging. But anyway, chuck pot roast. And I got it for $3.45 a pound instead of the original price. I forget. I think Hy-Vee, when I saw the other day, the original price on their chuck roast was $6 a pound. So yes, they are aged out. They're still good. I've eaten 2 packages now. They are still good, but they're aged out. So our bulk food store gets stuff like that and sells it really cheap. We do raise our own meat also, but there's some stuff we just don't have enough of. And I eat a lot of beef. So this is how I get my beef reasonable. I did buy T-bones the other night because I wasn't going to pay 18 bucks a pound for T-bones or ribeyes for ribeye. So I bought the T-bones were like $12 a pound, and my husband grilled them. So that is how we handled that one. This is my big skillet. I've been using it today. Pulled it out first time in months. I've had bacon in it and this here in it. So my big skillet, look how big she is. She takes up half the stove. We call her Little Dabby. There's a joke behind that. So that's my 2-week update for weight loss. I weighed 246 a couple days ago. Normally at this point, 2 weeks out, I'm more closer to 240. So I am guessing, I was a lot heavier than I thought I was starting out this time. I do notice my belly was a lot bigger than normal. So I'm guessing I have put on some midsection weight over the past couple months. My own fault, right? So, 2 days ago, it was 246. Hopefully we can get her working down. I mean, we're at 2 weeks. We're doing good. This week shouldn't be too stressful. Hopefully my period hits soon so we get rid of that stress. That would be great. And the hunger, the extreme hunger. Today I have not been hungry, but the last 3 days prior, I have been very hungry. I've been eating 3+ meals a day. Been very hungry. It's fine. It's PMS. I'll deal with it. I am not worried about that. So I'm going to sign off now. This is for the people that try and fall. You can do this. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Very hard. Done it millions of times for 16 years. Since my 16-year-old was born, I've been at this. I will do great for a week, for a day, a lot, a day or two. Hit 2 months once. I have gotten down to a size 9 jeans and 33 men's jeans and 162 pounds, I think. And I am 5'10", so I could get down to 140 if I tried hard enough. We'll see how that goes. I would love to see it at 160 again. So for those of you that have a hard go of it, try again. I hope this reaches you. And I hope it helps you because you are not the only one. We are very much addicted to carbs. Most of the world is. Even my husband, he'll say, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Really? That's why you drank 3 Mountain Dews today, because you're not addicted, right? That's why after a meal, he runs off to the bedroom. He has candy stashed somewhere. He runs off and comes back with chocolate. He's not addicted to carbs. Now, he won't sit there and eat all the chocolate. He'll eat so much and put it up. but he has to have it. He thinks he has to have it. My ex-husband, oh my goodness, the skinny tiny thing. Now he looks on death doors, but anyway, we won't go there. What he looks like on death doors. But he will get, I remember him when we worked in a factory together 19 years ago. He could get a package of Skittles, eat 2 handfuls out of it, put in his pocket, and forget about it all night. Forget about it. Let me tell you, I remembered it was there. Every time he walked by, he'd snag that sucker out of his pocket. I was aware. So, I understand. A lot of us have carb issues, carbohydrates, sugars, starches. You might say, oh, I don't eat much sugar. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. There's other stuff that is sugar. Bread. A potato. Okay? Things you don't even think about. And there's anything prepackaged, there is going to be, except for meat and some vegetables. And even some vegetables are high sugar. My husband has baby carrots. And he has onions. Even vegetables can be high sugar. We have sweet corn frozen in bags. Okay? Even that stuff can be high sugar. We have, what does he have? He has something else in here. Country fried beef steak, beef patty fritters with gravy. That is not very much real meat. And one packet, one steak. 14 carbs for one little steak. And the gravy, oh my goodness, the gravy. Let's see if we can read over. 4 grams for one packet of gravy. So if you only ate one steak and one packet of gravy, which is not very much, it looks like sandwich size, you're looking at 18. If they're realistic, I would probably write it down as 20. So, and that's not all you're going to eat. Most likely a person would eat 20. Most likely somebody would eat 20 or 20, 2, 3, maybe even 4. And then a side if they wanted it. Because they don't exactly make those box things if they want to make a 3-4 course meal. They make it out of easy. That's why my husband, believe it or not, gets tired of my home cooking. I don't know how he does that. I think it's part of being a bachelor for so long, living with his dad. They eat a lot of box stuff. Yeah, he actually wants to box stuff. Every now and then he's like, oh, I want tuna helper. Are you serious? You want crepe? Yeah, he does. So, if anybody needs help, reach out to me, comment. We'll figure it out, because it's not easy. I get it. So I'm going to get off here because I'm at 38 minutes and I don't cut. So I'm going to get off of here and eat me some chuck roast. You all have a good carnivore or keto day. Oops.